Hello, friends. It is Wendy with Cannin Plannin. I am your direct sales planner coach. We have talked so many times about different ways that we can help you take care of your business. But today I wanted to dive in and have a really honest conversation about something that we often overlook, and that is our own personal self care and wellness. I know that I myself get caught up in this sometimes and don't take a look at how I need to take care of me. I know that I have shared a couple of times my own personal journey with self care and mental health and how that's super important, especially for my business. It is also one of my top 10 time management tips is making time for you. So I definitely want to make sure that I incorporate that into the information that I share with you guys. As direct sellers, we are so focused on our businesses, meeting goals, supporting customers, juggling all the tasks and all the things that we forget about the most important part of success, which is taking care of ourselves, because there are only two finite assets that you have in your business. One is time and the other is you, and you definitely cannot pour from an empty cup. So today I want to give you a well-rounded perspective on how to build a life that balances wellness and self-care with your business goals. So let's dive in. Self-care isn't selfish. I have a love-hate relationship with calling it self-care, mainly because people will think that you're being selfish when you're taking care of yourself, but you really can't. You need to be able to take care of you. It's super, super important. And so self-care isn't selfish. When we take time to take care of our health and prioritize habits that support our well-being, we show up stronger in every area of life, including our businesses. Whether it's staying hydrated, moving more, or tracking your mental health, these small actions add up. That means when your watch tells you to stand up, friends. And here's the thing. Self-care doesn't have to be complicated. It's about little intentional choices that create space for you to breathe, recharge, and to grow. So in order to do that, Tool of 12 has come out with a couple of new inserts. Well, they're kind of new, and they got refined over the Christmas break. They're coming out brand new in 2025, and I want to introduce you to them. So we're going to start with our food tracker first. So let me make sure that I get the right one on here. There it is. There's our food tracker. So I want to tell you a little bit about this food tracker. In fact, let me kind of blow this up so that you guys can see it a little bit bigger. There we go. So this is the food tracker insert. Let me kind of tell you a little bit about it. It is created so that you have 7 days for you to be able to track your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any snacks. And then it gives you an option at the bottom to also do a wrap up. You can see that down there at the bottom on the right-hand corner. Let me tell you why this is important. So the food tracker is kind of like your personal nutrition assistant. You get to put in your meals. You could do your planning that way. You can incorporate it with our meal and grocery insert in a way that you can like plan out the meals and then lay them out so you can see kind of what you're talking about for your calories, for your macros, sugar intake, those kinds of things. You can track all of that right in this particular insert. It helps you to stay mindful about what you might be eating. And it even helps you prepare a grocery list, or like I said, you can utilize that meal and grocery to put that all together. And keeping track of meals has helped many others to be able to stay fueled and focused during busy weeks. One of the things that I personally forget to do while I'm working is stop to eat, drink, or stand up. Especially when I am really into deep in the weeds of a project. Like I will look up and go, oh my gosh, I haven't even stood up for like the last 3 hours. I've been so glued in and focused. So things and tools like this, like I'm going to be sharing with you today, help you to be able to recognize that you need to be able to take care of yourself, and gives you a way to be able to track that. Now, if you know anything about me, you know how I feel about tracking the things. And so let's talk about tracking in the activity tracker. So I'm going to make sure that I get my screen switched over here. We're going to switch to a new one. So give me just a second while I get these all moved around. We are doing this one now. So I'm going to share the activity tracker with you. This is another one that just kind of got an update, just a quick look at. When you are looking at it, you can see that it's got a place where you have your focus and activity, what your weight, like if you are doing weight training, not like your weight, how much you weigh, but the weight training that you might be doing. So what weights you might be using, 5, 2, 5, 8, 10, whatever weights. Reps, how many of them are you going to be doing? And then sets, like how many times are you going to do that? So sometimes when you're doing like a cardio workout, or a weights workout, you're doing like, I'm going to do 10 squats and I'm going to do 10 squats 3 times. So your 3 would be your sets. And then at the bottom of that, it's got a place for you to do your cool down, and you can do this over with the thought that you're wanting to do at least 3 activities a week. So let me tell you a little bit more about the importance of the activity tracker. So this one is great for movement, whether you're doing morning walks, you're doing yoga, high intensity workouts. I'm sure you guys have heard that is high intensity training, I think it's called HIIT. Tracking your activity helps you to stay consistent. And consistency is probably the one biggest thing that we all need to work on, whether it is our businesses or our personal health, our self-care, those kinds of things, making sure that we show up for ourselves on a continual basis. We're going to talk about habit tracking in just a minute. Then this is definitely something that you want to think about. Movement isn't just about fitness, it's powerful ways to reduce stress. I follow a couple of people online that do different versions and variations of of weights and activities. And even if you just every 10 minutes stand, or not every 10 minutes, every hour, stand up for a couple of minutes and like bend your knees, walk around your office, walk out to the refrigerator and get water, walk back, making sure that you're spending time taking care of you. And now if you have followed me for a while, you know that I also talk about doing a Pomodoro. Those 5-minute rest breaks in between Pomodoros are a perfect time for you to get some activity in, get your blood flowing, and be able to like stand up, stretch, walk, even if it's out to the mailbox or back, take some water, take a snack, those kinds of things. You can always fit that into your Pomodoro. So let's talk about the last one that I want to mention today, and that is going to be the health and wellness insert. Now, it has 2 parts. Let me kind of tell you a little bit about each part. This is in the first couple of pages. So it gives you the opportunity to do weight and check in. Oh, there we go. Allows you to do weight and check in, which means that this particular insert will last you for a month. So you're going to go ahead and write in this empty space. You have a place to do brainstorming. If you're working on writing out workouts or those kinds of things that you want to do at home, you have space to be able to do that. But you also have this extra page in here for 5 weeks, which allows you to do weight and measurement check-ins. So you write the date, what your current weight is, what your size is, that could be pant size, whatever, arms, thighs, waist, chest, and hips. So this used to be an entire insert all in its own, and we've actually included it into this new particular insert, which is the Health and Wellness Refined insert. And so the other pages in here, let me kind of share with you guys, that is the other pages in here include, there we go. It's a lot of jumping around today while I am able to show you these things. Okay. So this is the new layout. If you have the older version, you can still utilize those. This is just kind of broken down in to allow you to be able to track for a full month. So you would put your date in there. You could do your, I need to blow it up a little bit bigger so that I can see it. You're going to do your water intake, your sleep, your mood. You are going to incorporate whether you took your meds or your vitamins. So you have morning, afternoon, evening, those kinds of things. What kind of activity and time are you going to want? And then you can track your snacks, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, if you want to utilize just this insert instead of the other 2 that I've shown you, you can see that they've kind of all mixed in together. So whatever you might be working on getting better at, this will allow you to be able to really fine tune that particular thing. If you want a well-rounded version, grab this particular insert and be able to look at it over the course of the full month. If you are really wanting to work more on just your food intake, grab the food tracker insert and be able to utilize that. And if you're more concerned about your activity, you can grab just that particular thing, which leads me to talk about goals and habits. Now, I am a huge proponent for goals and habits trackers. I will probably talk about goal and habits trackers till I'm blue in the face. We just finished up a workshop that I did back in December. on setting goals and utilizing goals and habits trackers. And so I really think that they have a place in this particular situation when we are talking about tracking and getting better and taking one step further. So I always say that habits are the foundation of success. I will say that over and over and over again. Definitely one of the things that you also need to include in that is review and reflection, which you will do at the end of each week. So it is true for both life and business to include some kind of habit tracking even into your health or wellness. So I definitely recommend that you start small even if you are working on goals. Goals need to be something that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I've talked about those till I'm blue in the face and I'm totally fine in continuing to talk about them. So make sure that you start small. Don't try to overwhelm everything at once. If you are just getting started, I do not recommend that you try to track all of your food and all of the activities that you're doing and all of this stuff. I think that maybe the health and wellness insert might be a little bit overwhelming at first when you are just trying to start. And the reason why I say that is from my own personal experience. Trying to, oh, I missed one day of this, and then this is getting frustrated because I can't keep track of all these things. I'm busy throughout the day. And so I'm just not going to do it at all. And we throw our hands up in the air and we call it done. So I definitely think picking one of these inserts to get started with will be super helpful rather than having all three of them, but that's completely a personal preference. We want to track daily. So use your habit tracker or the wellness insert that you have to log your progress. There's something so motivating about seeing those little check marks add up. I am definitely a dot person. I like to check things off at the end of the week and say, ta-da, I did it. And that in itself is a huge win and a burst of adrenaline to be able to say, yes, I did that. So make sure that you're celebrating those small wins. Even the smallest victories deserve recognition. Maybe you did 3 workouts in 1 week and you've never done that before. That is a huge motivation to continue. And it's 3 check marks that you get to put in your planner. And then the one thing that I say all the time is review and reflect. Make sure that at the end of the week, you take a look at what worked, what didn't work, where you might need to make some tweaks. Maybe you wanted to do morning workouts and you just find that you're not super motivated to do morning workouts. And so you can take a look at your schedule and see where you might be able to fit something else into the structure of your day. So basically, friends, here's the bottom line. You deserve to be able to thrive, not just survive with your business. So by using tools like the food tracker, the activity tracker, the health and wellness insert, you can create a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. I definitely want to make sure that you understand how important it is for you to be able to set small goals, again, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound, and utilize a good habit tracker of some kind, whether you are using a full-on habit tracker, and we have 3 different varieties, which include the vertical, the horizontal, and the little itty bitty micro. I will tell you that our CEO and owner of Tula 12, she uses the teeny tiny micro to help her to be able to track her health and wellness goals because it slips right into her gym bag. She can go take it and get those little dots as she's out there doing the things while she's at the gym. So super, super helpful to be thinking about what kind of habit tracker will work best for me, whether it is a vertical up and down, a horizontal side to side version, or the little bitty micro. Make sure that you take some time to grab a habit tracker of some kind, or if you don't want to insert, grab a stencil, and you can create a habit tracker into your weekly insert. It's just as simple as drawing 7 boxes for you to be able to check off. So don't make it difficult. Don't make excuses for why you can't do it. Make sure that you take time to put your health first. Showing up as your best self for your business, your family, and your goals is taking care of you. And I want you guys to commit and prioritize wellness together this year because I think it's super important that you take care of you as well. Thank you for taking a moment to hang out with me today, friends. And if you are in the market for creating goals, developing habits, or managing tasks, make sure that you follow Cannin Plannin for more tips and tricks so that I can help you with your business and helping you to be able to take control of your 24 hours. Have a fantastic day.